The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me.
Welcome back to part 2 of 163 of Top Reality. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a car.
Now let's talk about the Hall of Fame.
First, let's tell you it is called The Report.
It is called The Report.
Part 2 is The Report this week.
We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame. Should be.
Might be.
Not at all.
Ain't gonna.
When they say never, never. So.
Say
Well,
never. Never.
What?
You said never, and I went, say never.
Yes.
But we're going to go with the might be first, because I know what you're trying to pull here with the other one. What? I'm trying to get me riled up again.
No.
Anyway, so the might is Mr. Dr. Death, Steve Williams. And of course, if he goes in, the person who will be doing the speech to induct him would be Mr. Jim Ross.
Yes. Sassafras.
Sassafras. Who unfortunately was just
Stone Cold.
Yes. Who was just injured with Juice Robinson versus Jay White.
I think it was part of the show.
He said his sternum's messed up, his ribs are messed up. He might get pneumonia.
I think it's part of the show. Well, he shouldn't be tilting back. Didn't your mama tell you not to tilt back in your chair? Because,
How many legs was touching the floor? 6. 4 for the chair, 2
That's
for
right.
you.
So the way that happened, he had to be tilted back in his chair when he hit that guardrail, not that table over, because it should have slid into him, not tumped him over like he's lost his damn mind.
Unless he was up against the table that much that when it hit his stomach, he went backwards.
No, still ain't gonna happen.
Because it didn't do it to Josh Barnett.
Who cussed
and said the F word on commentary. Yes. Jumped up, tried to attack Jay White.
Wow. So we're going to get a match between them two. Wow, how convenient for poor JR. Stone Cold. Get knocked over, and that other dude, Josh, you said?
Barnett.
Getting pissed off at the world.
He's apparently a former IWGP heavyweight champion and an MMA fighter.
So he has wrestling experience. So he can get a match out of this.
Are we getting a match out of it?
Probably getting a match.
Oh, I thought that maybe announced it already.
They got to build a little more.
But now, I mean, can you believe Juice Robinson, the New Japan the U.S. champion, New Japan U.S. champion, but yet came of nothing in NXT.
No,
he was just the groovy guy, the Save the Trees person.
What's his name?
C.J. Parker.
Look at you go!
And his most famous thing was basically breaking Kevin Owens' nose on his very first show. On that takeover, I think it was, is when he attacked Sammy. He had a broken nose at the end of the show when he attacked Sammy because of C.J. Parker.
Yeah, that's what he goes.
But anyway, that is the might be. It's not just Steve Williams, and it'll probably be down the line.
Yes.
But because they only have one deceased person per year, even though those people on the internet think that they can have 3 or 4 go in at one time, it's not how it happens.
No. Because they were talking way back, Bam Bam, Bam Bam, Bam Bam. They're in New Jersey. Bam Bam for sure. Vader. Okay.
Right.
I guess.
Because, the New Jersey is the next one, right?
Yes, it is.
But I think they'll probably pass on Bam Bam because Vader's in the news being passed away and all.
Yeah.
Because I think they thought they had a longer time. Because remember they said 2 years, 2 years,
yes.
2 years. It was pretty doggone close, though. I think it was kind of close.
I don't remember.
I can't remember what it was, But that's creepy.
It feels that way, don't it?
It's creepy, though.
It is.
But, you know, they should have put him in sooner. He could have been one of the alive ones, and Mick Foley could have put him in.
Yeah. Okay, the knot.
It's because I know where you're going with all of this, so the not going to happen. I mean, with a capital in capital T. Unless they have a WCW only section in the Hall of Fame where all of the horrible gimmicks go. Which, you know, I'm a big fan of the person, but Glacier would probably be the first one to go with that. But this person ain't going in the WWE Hall of Fame. No. And if he does, I will put him in the same category as Coco Beware.
Okay.
And that is Mr. Glenn Gilberti.
Disco Inferno.
Disco Fever. Yes. Former creative mind in WCW.
Yeah. I
think once had an idea of someone fighting an invisible man in the ring. And if you watch it on the network, that's Chris Benoit. But anyway.
Should I come from Vince Russo?
Right. Well, I think Disco Inferno kind of had the same mindset of, he wasn't really a wrestling mind. Mm-hmm. He's more of a just out there kind of person, kind of like Vince Russo.
Yeah.
And it's just stupid stuff. So he's probably partially to blame back in the day when it was that, like the powers that be, and Russo was running things, and they had Viagra on a pole, all that kind of stuff. Disco on a pallet up there on a jack thing, whatever you call it. But yeah, Disco was on the creative team at that point, so that just shows you. So he should not go in the Hall of Fame. The dude's stupid.
Yeah, that's why I'd be very shocked to see.
I would be very shocked. I'm not shocked that Coco Beware's in there.
No. But
I'm definitely shocked if Disco went in.
Yeah, all your WWE guys should be in there before
Disco.
Yes. And now the should be.
I could see Glacier even going in before Disco Inferno. Glacier.
Yeah.
Before Disco Inferno. And the should be, because he's trying to get me riled up.
What?
Because I have an opinion on the fact that this person...
I didn't ever say he wouldn't go in.
I know that. You said he wouldn't be...
He would not headline.
I look at him in the same level because of his longevity and being in the main event spotlight for as long as he has. I feel like he is in the same level with the people like Hogan and like Taker and like those people. He is in the same level. He has wrestled those guys for the same amount of time that they've been in there. I feel like he's at the same level as some of those people. I really do. What are you looking at?
The bump on your head from concussions you got there.
He is a multi-time heavyweight champion across all three brands. Yes, he has been a main event guy. Main event. Like the whole time he's been there.
I said, because he's Andre's son.
No, that's a WCW. Yes, he will definitely go in.
Yes, of course he will go in.
I believe he will still main event.
But if he main events, the undercard will be the worst ever going into the WWE in 1 year.
No.
Yes.
So you're telling me that the year that Kevin Nash went in, that the undercard was horrible?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. Macho Man went in that year. Kevin Nash, to me, is at the same level as the Big Show. I'm sorry. Same
they're
level.
About the same height, yeah.
I'm not even talking about the height. To me, they're at the same exact level. Big Show, in my opinion, when it comes to stuff he has done on television, I'm not talking about the backstage cliques and all that kind of stuff, but Big Show #1 has had bigger longevity than Kevin Nash has, and he's won more belts, he's had more storylines, he's done more in the business than Kevin Nash has. Kevin Nash was the main event guy.
Okay.
The year that Macho Man always saw win in. It was not a crappy card. You could put Christian in at the same time as Big Show, and you've already elevated that group.
Who else went in other than Macho?
Well, I don't remember every group that goes in.
I thought you said it was a great group. Who else was there than Kevin Nash and Macho Man Randy Savage?
I don't remember everybody that goes in.
Okay. You looking it up?
I'll look it up since you're so obsessed with it.
Well, you just said it was a great group. Kevin Nash was headliner. Macho.
I mean, that right there means a lot because we never thought he'd go in.
Almost didn't.
I don't know what year that was. Do you remember what year that was?
No, I don't know who the hell it was last year.
Classes.
Look 2 years back and see. Riveting, isn't it, folks?
It really is. Well, Goldberg was last year. How could you forget that? And he could main event. He hadn't done nothing. Anyway. Kurt Angle was the year before. Sting was the year before that.
Oh, way on back on.
Nash went with Fujinami. Larry Zbyszko. That's a good one. Alundra Blaze. Another good one. We never thought she would go in. Rikishi and Randy Savage. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, and the Bushwhackers went in, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Connor the Crusher. You can't hate because of that right there. Sting went in with the Godfather, Big Boss Man, Jacqueline, Stan Hansen. Woo! That's a good group. The Freebirds, which was rough to watch. Snoop Dogg, Joan London, ho ho ho! Watch out now. And then the Legacy Award, which I think was the first year.
The first year, yeah.
It was the first year then.
We'll throw everybody in there.
Then we got Kurt Angle, Theodore Long, DDP, Beth Phoenix, Rick Rude, Rock and Roll Express, the guy that's in the wheelchair, the black guy, Eric LeGrand, and then the Legacy. Now that one was a good one. Kurt Angle, Teddy Long, DDP, Beth Phoenix, Rick Rude, Rock and Roll Express. That's a good one.
Yeah, need help.
That's not a bad class at all. Again, you never thought you'd see Rock and Roll Express go in. I never thought you'd see Kurt Angle come back to WWE. So, and I still think DDP could have been a headline person, but that's just my opinion. Then you got Goldberg.
Well, I'm not surprised from you because you think Big Show should be a headliner. So
you should.
You think DDP should be a headliner.
Under Goldberg's class, you had
WCW
Ivory, Jeff Jarrett, who I could see also Jeff Jarrett being a freaking headliner. Hillbilly Jim, Mark Henry.
He wasn't.
He was not. Mark Henry,
all
the
I'm
Dudley
saying
Boys.
about Big Show, if they have somebody bigger, he will not headline it.
If you have a bigger name that could go in that year, absolutely. But you also have egos. Will Big Show go in at the same time Undertaker goes? Will Big Show go in?
They could.
Will Big Show go in at the same time that Batista goes in? Would Big Show go in at the same time as
Kane?
There you go. Put in names because it's all about. If they feel like they're not at that level, they're not going to accept the invitation to go in then. So it's
already many left, is there?
Not a ton of names right now.
You got to take a Rock, Kane, Big Show.
And that's what I'm saying. You got to think about the big names are at that
level.
Go in.
Side you have
because Booker T's already gone in.
Flair's already gone in. Sting's already gone in.
Goldberg's already gone in. DDP went in. Jeff Jarrett went in.
Nash went in.
Nash and Hall went in.
Eric Bischoff had gone. He won't be a headliner. He'd just be in there.
He wouldn't be a headliner, but he would be a good one to go in.
There are not very many people left. You may be okay with Big Show. There's a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap left.
That's what I'm saying. They're running out of people.
They're running out of big names. Yeah. So let's just throw Big Show in there so they have no more big names.
Honestly, until you get people like that are in there right now, like Cena and Orton that retire, you ain't got big names.
You really don't. Whew. That's bad. Well, let's go over to the news now. We had some news. We had some deaths while we were gone. We had some injuries while we were gone. We had a few other things while we were gone. Like we said earlier, which you already know, we're passing old news, but Vader died. We hate to hear that Vader died.
Yes.
From pneumonia.
63. He was in there for a whole month or something like that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
His heart was what gave out, though.
Yeah. But after you had the operation, you catch pneumonia, you're going to still cold in there and everything.
They got to keep it cold, though.
You got to keep it cold, yeah. But what really, the one that surprised me was Matt Cappotelli.
Well, I've got him on Facebook. That's why I was able to keep up with it, because his brain cancer came back.
Yeah.
And that's what got him.
I think he would have been somebody big.
If the brain cancer did not happen, I think he would have gotten a lot better. And that's another one they're talking about. He should get the Warrior Award, because the Warrior Award goes to people that a lot of times they're cancer stuff.
I read that
so
too,
right there, you have cancer and a wrestler in one thing.
Yeah.
I think that he would be a good one for the Warrior Award.
I do too.
Now I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, they don't. Nobody knows him anymore because it's been so long. All you gotta do is show some videos.
They say video packages, people, and you're up to date.
Exactly, because the last
OVW, Tough Enough.
Because after the same time he passed away, they started showing videos. So that may be why they're thinking like, let's get people to start thinking again.
Yeah. And his wife can accept the reward for him.
Yes, Lindsay Cappotelli.
Yes. Now injury, a slew of injuries, folks.
Yes, a lot of people out right now.
Sami, both shoulders are redone.
Both.
Gone for the rest of 2018. Nakamura was injured, but he's back.
He got bit by a dog.
A dog bit him on the leg. I mean, what the world is that?
One of the news articles I said, the dog that bit him is still on the job. Of course he is.
Yes.
Stupid people.
Ruby Riott was in. She got a sprained knee. Could be out a few months. Charlotte had her boob redone. She'll be gone for a little while to SummerSlam.
Goldust, both knees.
Had his both knees redone.
Fandango shoulder.
His shoulder is done for a while. It's like, good gracious.
A lot of people out right now, and you would think with a lot of people out that it would elevate the other talent, but the people that are out, Goldberg, Goldust is out right now.
Yeah.
Goldust and Fandango, they weren't being used anyway, so it doesn't help the product.
Oh, let's see. Here's top names: Sami Zayn, Charlotte,
Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
That's it.
And Nakamura, but he's back already for taking the United States title. So, Big Cass.
Got fired.
Let's just piss somebody off majorly, and we're going to drop you like a hot potato.
Let's have you have one more pay-per-view match to lose to Danny Bryan, then we're going to fire you. Before we keep going with this, I just looked at a top 10, ranking top 10 WCW main eventers. And
you going to see if they're in the Hall of Fame now or not?
I've already looked at them.
Okay.
Booker T was number 1.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Number 2, he's not really a main eventer, but Eric Bischoff. He was a major name.
He will be a major name.
He has not gone in yet.
83 weeks to you.
Number 3, Ric Flair. Already
in twice.
Twice, exactly. Hulk Hogan. Already in. Number 5, Kevin Nash. Already in. Number 6, as we slowly get there.
Yes.
Sting. Already in. Number 7, Goldberg, already in. Number 8,
Randy Savage.
Scott Steiner will not be going in. He'll be another one. Not gonna happen.
No. If he did it, that would be, but you never say never.
He would not go in probably unless he passed away and Rick Steiner was still alive, because Rick would probably be okay with it.
Yeah,
Scott, I think, is the one pulling the strings on not going in, because I saw an interview where he went on a tangent talking about how horrible the Hall of Fame is, how they don't even have a building for it. He was working for TNA at the time, talking about how can a company have a Hall of Fame without a building? TNA has a Hall of Fame.
And don't have a building.
And don't have a building for it.
They hardly have a building to wrestle.
To wrestle in. Number 9 was Scott Hall. He's in.
Yeah.
And number 10.
Randy Savage.
Number 10. He's already in too, but I'm waiting for it to pull up because I don't want him. I remember who it was, but dadgummit, come on now. Go backwards. Riveting television, people. Riveting.
Yes, it's anticipation to get you. Drum roll, please.
Your Wi-Fi is killing me right now.
Everybody's pulling off of it. Oh, you were in it, didn't you?
No, that thing just made me go back. That was weird. While we're waiting on this, Bray Wyatt was involved in a car accident.
Which was his fault, they said.
Really?
He's probably texting, wasn't paying attention.
What was it? Head-on collision or something? Oh, DDP was number 10, and he's already in as well.
So everybody but Scott Steiner
and Eric Bischoff.
Which
I see Eric Bischoff going in.
Oh hell yeah!
And now that Bruce Pritchard is back, that's another one I'm thinking about. Now that he's back in good graces with the company, I could see them putting in like Bruce Pritchard / Brother Love. I could see them putting him in the Hall of Fame. Honestly,
they did Razor Scott Hall.
Right.
Why not? Yeah. Hopefully they were not. Hope they're smart enough, but it is WWE, and they bring back something else to wrestle with.
Oh yeah, because their season finale happened.
Or was it series?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they could just be ribbing you. I mean, you know.
I just wish they would shorten the time on it, because just me, I can't sit there and watch. I know this is funny to ironically say that.
Don't say it. This is our thing here. Don't say that. Don't say it.
I don't see how someone could sit and watch someone talk for over an hour. Here's the difference. Over an hour!
But it could be that way. We were a while ago was at 30 minutes talking about.
But we weren't. We don't do an hour-long show, though.
If we got the money they got, I'd do an hour-long show.
Do what?
If I got the money they got, I'd do an hour-long show.
Oh, absolutely.
Or plus, so.
Absolutely. And then Taylor Hendricks claims her Ring of Honor push was sabotaged for not sleeping with Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal has come back and said that is completely false.
Of course he's going to say that.
Of course he's going to say that. But supposedly Ring of Honor is investigating while he's also their heavyweight champion. That looks real good.
Yeah.
But how convenient that she doesn't bring it up until he's the heavyweight champion again.
That is weird.
While he wasn't doing anything, after he lost the belt and Taylor Hendricks went away and Truth Martini both went away, nothing was said. All of a sudden he's the champion again.
That's the way it goes.
There you go.
That's the way it goes.
He's back in the limelight and she says something. I'm not saying that she's incorrect in what she said.
Yes, we weren't there. We don't know.
But right when it was said, why don't you say something then?
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand all this stuff that's going on in the world.
Me too, yes.
About and I'm not against it because I don't believe in all that kind of stuff. I don't agree with with doing that to women or trying to use your power as a man to get a woman to do what you want her to do.
Right.
I don't agree with that. So let's just say that now. But my thing is, and I understand if you're scared to say something, but why are you that scared to wait 30, sometimes 40 years on some of the Bill Cosby one's really the one that got me.
Yes.
All of these women.
He was guilty of sin.
All of these, well, according to a court of law.
Yeah. Well, he pretty much said he put
Did he say he did all that?
Yeah, he said he put stuff in people's drinks.
Okay. But why
To relax them. And he relaxed them.
But why did every one of these people wait until he's 70-something years old, 80-something years old, about to be on death's freaking door?
I'm surprised with all this stuff. I thought I would have been not surprised if he'd have died.
From all the stress.
All the pressure would have killed him, yes.
But that's not that. Okay, I understand.
Chris Hardwick thing.
Who?
Chris Hardwick, the host of
Oh,
Talking
with
Dead.
his girlfriend and all that, which I heard that some of that's not true, but
Yeah, but his career's pretty much killed him. His career was.
that's what I'm saying. If it's not true, though, you should be able to have your job back. Because the way that it makes it sound is that's a scorned girlfriend on that one.
Yeah.
So
And I found out the other day she has a book deal coming out.
Oh, of course.
And all of a sudden, yeah.
He loses his job, she gets a book deal. Because from what I understand, he put it out there that there's proof where she was begging him back. And then all of a sudden, because he doesn't want her back.
All his other ex-girlfriends say he never did anything with that.
Right.
Just the one. And they took the one word and ruined him.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because at this point now, if you're a company that gets the information and you don't ruin that man, even if that stuff's not true, then your company's liable at that point. Because, you didn't do nothing about that. Oh, we're protesting your company now.
Yeah. And then you skipped over the WWE reported considered network special non-contracted talent.
Non-contracted. Are we going to have a House of Hardcore show?
No, because they're going to go with TNA.
Okay, they're in with TNA now?
It seems that way.
Lordy be.
But Evolve and some of the Russian.
Russian.
Yeah, some of the Russian wrestling.
We can't deal with the Russians right now. We would be indicted.
Some of the British wrestling.
Don't get indicted.
No, let's don't get indicted.
So, but yes, and they're also talking about, I'm talking to you earlier about this, talking about doing a only women's show, #MeToo, anyway. Talking about doing an only women's show to make up for the fact that they were not allowed to be on the show for the Saudi Arabia, I guess is what it was. Was it Saudi Arabia they were at? For the greatest Royal Rumble. So let's do an all-women's show.
Did you hear about trying to do a second WrestleMania?
second WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you need 2 WrestleManias in a year?
They want to do one in April like normal, and do another big show like WrestleMania in October.
You have that. It's called SummerSlam if you treated it right.
You're right.
Thank you.
And Survivor Series.
You know, it's called the Big Four for a reason.
Yeah.
I would even suggest when you do the Big Four, you can make some good money by doing this right here. Treat all of them like WrestleMania, just the Big Four. The Royal Rumble, you have a whole weekend. More people would want your show at the arena. More bidding would happen. The Royal Rumble, and you can even do it like this. If you really want to make some money, how about you do this? The cities can bid and get all 4 major events for a certain amount of money. That year, the Big Four is only in, let's say Houston, only in New York. All 4 will only be in Orlando. Boom, there you go. You've brought billions at that point, because it's tons of millions.
4 WWE pay-per-views and 4
NXT takeovers.
Yes.
And not only takeovers
accesses.
and all the accesses, you got a ton of access shows, but we'd only do 1 Hall of Fame.
Yes.
That's
WrestleMania
WrestleMania
only, yes.
But you've got all those accesses, so that means that you now have basically a traveling Hall of Fame, because they do all the Hall of Fame exhibits now.
Yeah.
Since there's no building, because Scott Snyder says there's no building. There's a building 4 times a year right there.
Yeah.
So, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Treat them...
Actually, they're taking out Survivor Series and putting in Money in the Bank, so that's one Big Four now.
So stupid.
I know. But that's what they're saying. Because you know why? Because Survivor Series is not used like it used to be used.
Exactly.
A lot of people hate the tag team thing, which I don't hate. I love the tag team thing.
You have so much space to get so many people over at one time by doing that. You have a 5-on-5. You're telling me between
every match is 5 Raw versus 5 SmackDown.
Oh, and even this, even go further. If you don't feel like you have enough talent for that, okay, you're telling me that between NXT UK, NXT regular, 205 Live, Raw, and SmackDown, 5 shows, you can't give me 7 to 8 5-on-5 matches? Oh, you can give me 8 5-on-5 matches with all of that talent?
Yeah, you should do NXT by itself.
Exactly.
Oh.
You could have NXT versus NXT TakeOver. You could do 5 matches just for them.
What we may do next week on part 1.
Woo! We can rile up today.
We may do it. We're gonna do a Survivor Series from what they have now.
From all of their brands.
Their brands next week.
Woo!
Next time we film.
Next time we film.
Part 1 will be a Survivor Series of what they have right now.
What they could do.
Yes. Well, let's continue on. That's all.
That's it. That is everything in part 2.
Yes.
You got me riled up, people.
We're going to prove they can do it. I mean, a lot of people say, well, tag team, so that is... That's Survivor. You're surviving. Exactly. I hated when they did the singles matches.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
If you start out a pay-per-view, Survivor Series will start as 5-on-5.
The only way I'm okay with it being a singles match and you're surviving is if it's a cage, or if it's a buried alive, or it's a casket match.
Right.
If the concept of the match is to survive, I'd be okay with it.
Right.
I'd be alright with it. But they dwindled it down. You had 5-on-5 matches, then it went to 4-on-4, then it went to 3-on-3, and then it went to 1-on-1. You ruined the concept. It's your own concept. You mastered the concept. People freaking love the concept. Oh, can't do that no more. We just can't do it. Now, your major matches are all pay-per-views. I mean, you went as far as to have a fatal 4-way pay-per-view. Okay, let's call overkill on that one.
Hell in the Cell. I think it should do a Hell in the Cell. It should be just whenever you need the Hell in the Cell.
Exactly. It's no longer special when you know, come September or whenever it is. Well, we'll get the Hell in the Cell.
And Money in the Bank could be dropped off somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
What happened to the you don't have to have a themed pay-per-view. The only themes you have are Royal Rumble, Survivor Series.
Elimination Chamber.
Even then.
Yeah, but I'm okay with Elimination Chamber because now that you got 2 titles, which you only had 1 title, your Elimination Chamber could be just whenever. But now that you have 2 titles, Whoever doesn't win the Royal Rumble from what's your brand, you got to find the champion on the other one.
But you also don't have to make it the name of a pay-per-view.
You're right.
That's why I think that Survivor Series and Royal Rumble, they were more special when that was the only themed pay-per-views.
Yeah, they got plenty of names, I guess.
They have tons of names.
Bring balls to fire to you.
Thank God they got rid of that one.
They'll bring it back.
The one and only pay-per-view main event for Samoa Joe.
And yeah, who lost?
That'll go down in infamy.
But what's funny is about Taboo Tuesday or
Cyber Sunday.
Now that the internet and all this stuff
is huge.
It's huge. All this,
and you can vote instantly. That would be huge.
Vote for what? Fake outcomes that I already know.
Right.
But now would be the great time to push that crap like they do with everything else.
Yeah, they can't sit there and say they were ahead of their time because they didn't know how to do it then.
No, but now it needs to be done. Now,
it's amazing that Zack Ryder pulls that off. Zack Ryder basically built the internet for WWE because WWE had no internet presence, really, no footprint. YouTube, they had nothing really on YouTube.
Nope.
Zack Ryder does it. They punish Zack Ryder for doing it, and then they go, "Look at what we do on the internet. Look at how much of a footprint we have on Twitter and Facebook."
Let's punish Zack Ryder because the machine didn't get you over.
That's right.
You got yourself over, and that's a no.
But we're going to take the vehicle that you put yourself over with, and we're going to say that we did this. Oh, he did it first.
Oh yeah.
So it's just aggravating. Aggravated.
Well, come on back to part 3 where we do the Pro Wrestling Review, Monday Night War, May 4th through the 25th of 1998.
Let's see how many Dairy Queen DQs we can get.
They've lowered them.
That's good.
It's
gotten
good.
better and better.
I don't know what they've done, but they've lowered them.
Maybe they realize this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a Kyle.
We'll see in a few clicks right here at Top Row Reality. Point them out! That's like shooting guns. That's not nice.
Political correctness.
Yes. Don't want to shoot nobody. I'd rather do the guns.